Mm-hmm.
If you can hear this, you are not alone. This is the resistance.
What's up, everyone? This is Tin Man with the Resistance. If you're watching this, you're on the Resistance. We got Grandmaster Evan, Genevieve. She's got salad. Grandmaster Evan, I don't know what the hell he's got. I've got pizza rolls and beer.
Pumpkin pie, my friend.
Pumpkin pie! Hell yeah!
Ew. Gross. Gag.
Okay, if pumpkin pie could taste like anything else, what would you want it to taste like, Genevieve?
Apples.
Apples?
Yes, apples or cherry.
But then it'd be okay. Name something that is not generally a pie. You know, because we have apple and cherry pie, so that kind of defeats the purpose.
Let's see.
What?
There's rhubarb.
Ew.
Shepherd pie. There's cherry, apple, peach,
Lemon.
Poontang.
Blueberry.
Yeah.
Poontang.
Chicken pot pie.
If I could have pumpkin pie taste like anything in the world besides pumpkin. Caramel. Frappuccino.
There you go. That'd be an interesting pie.
I like. Well, not shepherd pie. I cannot stand shepherd's pie.
Yeah.
Pecan
What are you
pie.
talking about?
Shepherd's pie. I can't stand it. I won't eat
It's
it.
mashed potatoes, ground beef, and corn.
Not bad. Pretty good though. I mean, nothing wrong with it.
Just not your cup of tea. He's like, no. Okay. So tonight's topic, let's start off with Charles Manson.
Good thing
The
the
hell?
motherfucker's dead.
The Helter Skelter Man himself.
Where do we want to go with this?
I'm glad the motherfucker's dead.
Do tell.
I would say the beginning.
Okay. Well, before we get to that, let's ask Genevieve, why are you glad he's dead?
Because he was a murderer. Well, actually, he was never proved that he. Well,
He
In
never
a way,
killed
he's a
anybody.
murderer.
It was his followers that did the killing. He just
yes,
did
I
the
know, but he egged them on to do it, and that's just as bad.
Mhm.
I used to live down the street from one of the houses that one of his followers used in 29 Palms, California. I used to live down the street from one. And every night there was a female ghost that would come to me and bug the ever living daylights out of me for me to go and dig up her body in the flower bed that was at this house.
Creepy.
I told her countless times,
Yeah.
fuck you, I'm not digging up no damn body and going to jail when I have a baby.
Creepy.
Well,
Oh, the thing is, Manson, he was actually a really smart guy. I mean, to be able to get people to follow you and do whatever the fuck you wanted, have a little entourage like that, you gotta be pretty charismatic. You gotta know your fucking shit. The guy was extremely, extremely intelligent. I mean, he was talking about shit, the same kind of shit we're talking about now, back in the fucking 70s and 80s. And people chopped it up like he was fucking crazy, but now it's fucking commonplace what he was talking about. I mean, he was talking about the same shit then in the 70s and 80s that we're talking about now. And a lot of people say that that was a lot of the motive behind these killings, was that a lot of these people that were killed were linked to a lot of the shit that essentially we are against today. At least that's what I've heard. I don't know too much about the victims. We all know about Charles Manson and what he did, but we don't really know too many details about the reasons behind why he did it. At least I don't, anyway. I'm sure there's information out there
Well,
that.
two of the victims were husband and wife. The LaBianca, they had a chain of stores in the LA area. And Alligator Forgers was an heiress to the Forgers franchise.
Okay, so I am right in speculating that the victims were higher class threat to the little man, for all intents and purposes. Yeah. Yes, no, maybe so.
Well, if you were on a, I mean, if you were like the LaBiancas who owned a chain of stores, I mean these were like the mom and pop grocery stores, and the kind that Walmart would basically knock the fuck out from that business shit. But I don't think they were part of the establishment. I think they were a mom and pop couple, owned some stores, and I mean, J.C. Sebring, he was the stylist for Sharon Tate.
Okay, so we're not talking about high society prominent people. We're talking like low level average Joes that got bumped off.
I don't think there were any average Joes at the time, because I mean, you gotta think, who were the lowlifes? The Manson family were lowlifes.
Yeah.
They were found. They were like young kids found on the side of the road like a pet rock, and I mean, one of them was a high school prom queen.
Yeah.
She went for
So
a
she
prom.
screwed up her life because she was stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She screwed up her life because she was dumb and listened to the manipulation. And then, did she get put in jail?
Yeah, they all got, well, there was 4 plus Manson that were sentenced to death, but it wasn't until 1972 where the death penalty was abolished, so they were sentenced to life in prison. They had a parole, but they were denied every damn time.
Yeah.
Because there's no telling they wouldn't go and do it again.
All right.
I mean, come on. I mean, this chick screwed up her life just because she believed some bullshit lines from a man who was just trying to get people killed, in my opinion.
Well, do we really think that it started out as, just misguided group of miscreants who decided to just go on a killing spree and take matters into their own hands? Or maybe it was just an ideology that got out of hand.
I think he just didn't want to get his hands dirty, so because Grandmaster, wasn't there like a list that he would give his followers?
No, the way it went, the way how he worked was, how he began was he was a songwriter. He was a product of a prostitute mother and a client father. And his mom spent a lot of time in prison, off and off. And Charles Manson was he was in quite a few reform schools because he broke the law.
Okay, so he was a little boy that grew up hating people because his mommy didn't give him hugs and kisses. Okay.
Well, it wasn't that. He was a very intelligent young man at the time. He grew up in the prison system.
So he had an idea of the inner workings of society.
He had no idea what his father was, who his dad was. And he had ties with the Beach Boys. And one of the guys that he had ties to owned the house where Sharon Tate and director, what's his name? He directed that cult classic, Rosemary Baby.
Yeah.
And Manson wanted to find the guy that ripped him off. Which he thought he ripped him off. So the guy moved, and Sharon Tate and her husband bought the house. She was pregnant at the time before she died, and they lived on Barker Ranch for a very long while, and they moved to Death Valley.
What, Bradley?
Okay.
Why?
So what were the
All right, open the
reasons
door then.
given that these people were murdered?
Well, it was. Whatever reason why they died. I mean, it was a very brutal way.
Well, I know it was very brutal, but what was the reason for the killings?
Manson wanted to start a race war. He wanted to start a race war, which didn't even really happen because, I mean, shit.
Oh. With the swastika on his head, it's a pretty good indication that he was kind of clinging to the neo-Nazi ideology.
People died in the hands of the Manson family. Even they killed one of their own.
Yeah, I know they killed one of their own. You know, nobody leaves the cult alive kind of thing. Okay, so fast forward. Manson and everybody else are in jail, the ones that weren't executed. Okay, and Manson, he was recently released from prison, and then all of a sudden drops fucking dead in a hospital up in the high desert. Can we say coincidence or no?
No, what? I mean, question there. I mean, was he? I mean, did he die naturally or was he bumped off? That's the question there. I mean, well, he was 83. I mean,
Yeah.
he was.
He was up in a hospital in the high desert when he died. Now, I'm not sure exactly what he wound up in the hospital for.
I looked into that. I couldn't find anything on how he died. I'm like,
Neither could I. Like, I've been trying to figure that out. And none of the mainstream reports that I've read, anyway, stated the cause of death. Just that he died.
Maybe the government killed him.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering. And it kind of makes you wonder, if they did, why? What was so damn important that they had to bump off Charles Manson? And at which point, why let him go and then kill him rather than just have him killed in prison?
well, that's like if Sirhan was let go.
Yeah, what?
The guy that's supposed to, Sirhan, the guy that supposedly killed Kennedy's brother and shit.
Oh, okay.
He was a part of that Manchurian Kennedy bullshit, and he knew a lot because he was part of that program. If he was let go, he would have spilled his beans. That's why even the CIA don't want him out, because he knows what's there. I mean, if Sirhan was let, he'll be dead in a heartbeat. He'll be dead within 24 hours. I mean, like that.
Yeah.
And same with Manson. But Manson, he's almost 90. He was almost 85, man. 84, 85. I mean, he wouldn't know where to go if he got out, because the world's changed while he was in prison.
Well, he was married and did have a wife that he could go live with. But it kind of was interesting that he got out of prison. He was relatively healthy, you know, despite being 84, 85 years old. Then all of a sudden winds up in a hospital up in the high desert and is pronounced dead.
Maybe the government just said that he was dead, and they didn't. He's not really dead. They're just hiding him in witness protection.
Probably
or
why we
maybe he
can't
didn't.
find anything.
Maybe he didn't get out. He'll still in prison and shit. I mean,
Moved his ass to Guantanamo Bay secretly or something.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know. There's a lot of mysteries surrounding it. But I don't like the fact that the mainstream media called Charles Manson a mass murderer. He never killed anybody. He's not worthy of that title. I'm sorry.
but the thing is, he was charismatic enough to get people to do it for him.
Yeah, but that doesn't make him a murderer.
Mastermind.
Yeah, he was
Maybe
the
he is.
mastermind
I mean,
behind it, but he
but
never
the
actually had
thing
the
is,
guts to pull
a
the trigger.
mastermind can still be convicted of murder if
Uh-huh.
he mastered it. Even if he didn't pull the trigger, he's still guilty by
Association.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's guilty by association, which is fine. But don't call somebody a murderer who ain't actually had the balls to commit murder.
It's true, he didn't have the balls to do it himself.
Yeah, he ain't have the balls to do it. He doesn't deserve that title. I'm not saying that, being a murderer is a good thing, something to be proud of. But damn it, if you're gonna fucking be called a murderer,
But
you should have at least earned the title.
but the lawyer.
That's like saying that somebody's a rapist and they don't even have a fucking penis or something,
That's like.
Well, we can still commit rape.
Oh,
I know,
yeah.
but the likelihood is relatively low. That's like.
No. Women commit rape more times than men do. That's actually an unknown fact. They just never get convicted.
Yeah.
But the thing,
you get what I'm saying, that's like saying a rape. Okay, let me rephrase it. That's like saying a rape. That's like calling somebody a rapist who never raped anybody. Or let's just say that's like saying calling a virgin a rapist.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or that's like calling a little 4-year-old a rapist. There you go.
Yeah.
The reason a woman will not get charged. Okay, here, think about this one. You have a lot of feminist and women rights groups will go apeshit. If a woman was charged with rape of a guy or another woman, you would have feminists up the wazoo saying that's bullshit. Fuck it. He asked for. I mean, it's freaking nuts.
Well, I have something for them to think about, and that is just because. I mean, this argument is used for women who are supposedly rape victims. Not all of them are not, but still, this argument is used.
Yeah, you say hi to one of them and they scream rape.
But a lot of the time, the argument is that a woman getting wet in the vaginal area is a involuntary action. It's the same thing with a man's penis. It gets erect. It's an involuntary action.
Morning wood.
Exactly. That's a perfect example. A man is hard in the morning. My son ends up getting an erection, and he's only 4 years old. Does he understand what it's doing? No.
No.
Does he understand why it's doing it? No.
No.
He honestly, the way he says it is he goes, "Mommy, my peeper's broken. It won't go down." And I'm like, "No, it's not broken, baby. You'll understand that later when you get older." And, a woman can rape a man. It's the same thing as with a woman. A lot of the men that do rape, they say, "Oh, well, she got wet, so she wanted it." No. The women say, "Oh, well, he got hard, so he wanted it." No. It doesn't mean that either gender wants it. It's an involuntary action. So they need to realize this, and women who do commit rape need to be charged and put in jail for it. I'm sick of this one-sided bullshit.
Between the men and women are more craftier, and more patient than men.
You want to know something really fucked up?
To find something out, you have to plan carefully. It's like playing chess very carefully on what we're going to make. It's all mind play to get the person in their grasp, no matter how they do it.
Okay, I'll tell you this right now. With my ex-husband, I had to plan to have sex with him. Because if I didn't plan it the right way, it wasn't going to happen.
Wow.
Okay? So, a lot of lawyers, not specifically you, Grandmaster, but a lot of people would use your logic, which is understandable and 100% legitimate. A lot of lawyers would use that logic to explain away why a woman gets away with it. No, honestly, in my personal opinion, with being a woman, the only reason why a woman gets away with it is because judges and the government and lawyers and the public are more leaning towards feeling sorry for a woman.
Yeah.
Because our society's thought process is always, oh, a woman is weak. No, we're fucking not.
No.
If we're going to rape someone, we're going to freaking do it, whether the person wants it or not.
There's women in the military that are freaking tough.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They're going full bore in the boot camp. I'm like, there's some that's joined the Navy SEALs.
Mm-hmm.
They've
There was a woman hockey player at the games tonight. She played better than and I do mean any of the guy players there. She could whip their ass. And you want to know what she's going to school for? To be a nurse. So, a woman is not weak. Yes,
No.
there are some that are, who are soft-hearted and really sweet. Yes, they can be weak, but that doesn't mean all of us are. And like I said, I'm so sick and tired of the double standard bull crap where women play this "oh woe is me" bullshit card. It makes me ashamed to even be a woman. I am ashamed of my own gender. This is ridiculous. Women, grow a fucking pair of ovaries. Get the hell over it. Sorry.
I don't blame you for being angry. I mean, it's men are put in a position where we're the ones that are violent. We always cheat. Most guys cheat. No, that's bullshit. No.
More women cheat
I've been
than
cheated
men.
on. I've never cheated, but I've been cheated on.
See, go ahead, Grandmaster. Sorry.
Men and women cheat equally, 50% to 50% out of the ones that don't commit adultery and affairs. It's just that the question is, why do people cheat in the first place? I'm a guy, and I ask this question: why do people cheat, men and women? This is the reason why marriages are down 100%.
It's because they think the grass is greener on the other side, and that when they go and test it out, they realize it's not.
I was actually reading something earlier today on Facebook.
It's society has treated this like it's a card game.
Yep.
Whatever hands you're dealt, you play it. Whether you like it or not, you play the hand you're dealt, which I don't like hearing that or even saying it because it's very uncomfortable. It's like saying the N-word. I don't like saying it because it's uncomfortable for me to say it.
Yeah.
Or even to hear it. Because, you have feminists from the beginning of the 60s, right around the 60s and shit, till now. Most of them, now the first stage want equal rights, equal pay in the workplace. They want it socially, economically, religiously fair.
We've had that.
Yeah.
And then you got the second wave, and now you got the third wave, who wants men dead.
That's stupid. If there's no men, how the hell are we supposed to have kids?
You ask, okay,
artificial insemination.
you ask 100% of
Yeah,
women
well, once all the
who,
sperm is gone, where the hell are we going to get it from?
you ask, let's say, 30 women out of 100 of them. What would you do if men were no longer on Earth? You wouldn't last not even 30 to 50 years.
No, I guarantee you,
You'd
there'd
be
be
gone.
men. There'd be a small number of men per generation, and they'd be locked up in a cell and freaking harvested for their sperm, for procreation, for reproductive purposes.
That is the most stupid thing I've ever heard. That's almost like, that's as stupid as saying, hey, you know what? Let's, let's take yaks and put them into a stable, and we'll purposely get them pregnant just so that we can get their milk because it's healthier for you. That's stupid.
Yeah, but
I mean,
there's people like these feminists who would like a society like that,
Then,
where
like I said
it's a
before, they need
world
to
of
grow a
women
pair of
and
ovaries
men
and get the hell over it.
are harvested for their sperm.
I tell you what, these feminists
Those women
now,
need to be shot.
the feminists now have a lot of balls to complain that when men's rights groups are happening in colleges, because men have a higher rate in suicide and even in death in the workplace than women do, because we work jobs that would be just freaking dangerous to the absolute core. I'm saying engineering type jobs, like working on building skyscrapers and shit.
Yeah, but that's
That
not
kind
to
of,
say a woman can't do it. I mean, it's just
I mean, you see women in the military busting their ass, doing what they do love to do. No, they go through boot camp, they go through SEAL training, and it's it's it's
See,
it's insane.
the feminists nowadays give women a very bad name
Oh hell yeah!
because they are saying, oh well, I'm being told how to, you know, oh, there's so many bullshit things that they're saying right now. Honestly, I can't even pick one out.
well, it's kind of interesting that this whole fucking women raping men thing came up.
Patriarchy and Gamergate.
Yeah, well, check this out. It's kind of interesting that this whole women raping men thing came up because it's actually being propagated in the mainstream media now.
When is
How
that
many of you
propagated?
have either? Yeah, it's being portrayed in mainstream media now.
Oh
Prime
yeah.
example. Have either of you guys seen or even heard of the new Star Trek series, Star Trek Discovery?
No.
Oh,
It's on the ABC Access network. It's on their online access thing. You have to subscribe for it.
Nah.
no. See,
I've been
that's
able
why
to
I don't
watch
have
it.
cable.
Well, I've been able to watch the first 9 episodes of the first season. And towards, I think it was like either episode 8 or episode 9. There's this one guy that was in a Klingon prison, and it's actually right. The storyline is right before Captain Kirk and all that shit. So it's right in the heat of the confrontation between the Klingons and the Federation. Yeah, I know. I'm a fucking Trekkie. Go fuck yourself if you don't like it. But
I
there's
was
this
a
one
turkey.
guy who was he used to be part of the Federation until he was captured by the Klingons. And for 7 months, he was tortured. And you actually get to see a lot of what he went through. And one of the things that happened to him was he was raped repeatedly by a female Klingon who fancied him. And, like, you see some
See, women.
really intense shit. Like, it is not for mainstream public access television. There's a reason it's online only. It's very fucking vulgar and very detailed.
Any
You see some
television.
deep fucking
Any
shit.
television.
And they spared nobody in this regard in portraying the rape of a man by a woman. This
Good. That's the
Klingon,
way
who
it
is like
should be.
10 times stronger than any human being, fucking raped this guy, tortured this guy, cut this guy up, like so much to the point where if he saw her, he'd fucking be frozen in shell shock.
See, that's what happens. Is there are women out there that do that to men because there are those psychotic, pardon my expression on this, but psychotic cunts who think who lose their shit because a guy says, "No, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to sleep with you. I don't think of you that way." They lose their shit and they end up stalking him, raping him, torturing the fuck out of him, and will not leave him alone. Despite restraining orders, despite court orders, despite uh, jail threats, they won't leave the guy alone. They don't care because they have lost their mind because they were denied.
Yep.
Have you ever seen the movie with Michael Douglas and the lady that used to be married to Ashton Kutcher?
No.
Demi Moore. It was a movie where her character was sexually harassing her male employee, played by Michael Douglas.
Are you talking
Dude,
about
I haven't
Horrible
been to the
Bosses?
movies in like
Yeah, no. That was Jennifer Aniston, dude. This is an old movie. It had Demi Moore and Michael Douglas in it.
I don't
I
know,
haven't
but
seen any
I
movies
don't
like
think I've
that.
seen it, but I do remember Horrible Bosses where this guy was a dentist and he was being sexually harassed by his boss. She kept trying to seduce him and get him to sleep with her and shit, and he was in a relationship with somebody else. He's like, no. And she wouldn't fucking back off.
I've never seen that. Either one of them.
Yeah, well, this one's called Horrible Bosses. It's actually fucking funny. I want to play with your boobies and jump up and down in your butt. Yeah, she's on the phone with him. They're in a car chase, and she's on the phone with him, demanding that he fucking sleep with her. And she finally does something like she blackmails him. She goes, "You don't fucking do what I want, blah blah blah. I'm gonna do this." He's like, "Fine, I want to play with your boobies and jump up and down in your butt."
See, I've never seen that show, nor have I ever heard of it, nor have I seen the movie that Grandmaster's talking about, or seen it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I know how women are. Because, well, I am a woman, and
Well, I would hope so.
granted,
Because if you're not, I'm in trouble.
right? Now there have been a couple of times where, yeah, I was denied, and it really hurt, but I left the guy alone. There are women, however, that I used to know that they
Oh
weren't that
man,
understanding. Yeah.
my son's mom was the same way when we about a year and a half after we broke up. I just got into a relationship with my sister's husband's ex-wife at the time. I was with my brother-in-law's ex-wife. My son's mom tried to put her hands on me and shit. You know, I'm like, hey, back off. I mean, I'm in a relationship now with somebody. You don't need to be pulling this fucking shit.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like, even if you say no one, I'm not. I mean, it's like, a woman, back off. Leave me alone. I have rabies. Go leave me alone.
Let's see. Let's see. The couple of women they were teenagers at the time, that I knew, that they ended up fabricating something about a guy, a couple of guys, but they ended up lying, and they basically not really blackmail because they let the information go anyways. Like they lied anyways, regardless of it all. So they at first used it as blackmail, the lies as blackmail, and then they told the lies anyways after they got sex.
Let me
And
guess. If you don't sleep with me, I'm going to say that you raped me, and then he agrees to sleep with him, and then they claim rape anyway.
No, they said that one of them had said to one of the guys that if he didn't sleep with her, she was going to tell everybody that he slept with one of the female teachers, and uh, and that he'd be the reason why she'd be in jail for being innocent or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was said because it was back in high school.
Wow.
But so the guy slept with the girl, and then she turned around and let it out, told the lie anyways, because according to her, it wasn't as good as it should have been. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
snap.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's not going to be as good as she wants, especially since she's forcing the guy to have sex with her. She's raping him. It's not going to be as good.
That's, I mean...
And that's why I say, that's why
Shit.
the feminists right now, they piss me off. Like, I want to go out to these feminists, and I want to, like, I don't know, maybe spray ketchup all over them. Like, get 2 big bottles of ketchup, just...
That's a waste of perfectly good ketchup.
I'll use the cheap, ucky kind. I'll use the cheap, disgusting kind. But I want so badly to go out and do something to them and tell them, shut the fuck up and grow up. You are pathetic.
See, the thing is that we're told that, for how many decades that all men cheat. Well, let's see. Not all guys cheat. There are good guys out. There are good guys out there, and there's also good women out there.
Mm-hmm.
And the other 50% of both sexes, they're the instigating of it. They're the problem.
Mm-hmm.
They cheat.
Yep.
And they blame their better half who's done nothing wrong, saying, you cheated. Guess what? Fuck you.
Mm-hmm. And
yeah, I see a lot of that insinuation. I cheated because you cheated, and the other person actually didn't cheat. I see that a lot.
Mm-hmm. And it's not right. It really isn't.
Or it's well, I cheated because you're looking at him or her. What did I see? And the worst thing is, they get off on the other person getting the pain that they're giving off, making them feel guilty and shit. That is what pisses me the fuck off. People like that get kicked in the fucking taint.
I have no argument against that. In fact, my whole premise is, in a relationship, I don't care where you get your appetite so long as you come home to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm going to be 42 in about a little over a month, and New Year's Day.
Did your mic get cut off, guys? The fuck? Is it even registering? What the fuck? Guys, I had no audio. Well, let me call you right back.
I think Tin Man lost his audio.
Yeah, I did. I lost audio for you guys, so I had to restart the call. But we're good.
Oh.
Hey, back to what we were saying.
Give me a hug and kiss and you go to bed.
I took out my Band-Aid.
Good job. Okay, here.
How you doing, little guy?
He says, how you doing, little guy? He says, I'm gonna go to bed.
You
Yeah,
gotta
he
go to
looks
bed, big
tired.
guy?
Yeah, he's
Fuck
gonna
you,
go to
I'm
bed.
out
He
of
probably
here.
got yelled at by daddy.
Reminds me of my son
He
at that
wanted to come
age.
get him.
Okay. So,
Sorry,
we
Bradley got in
agree,
trouble.
feminism, bad. Used to be good, but now just bad.
Reminds me of my son at age. You know, my son at age, he was a funny little guy.
Well, Bradley was told by Steven to go straight to bed and that to leave me alone, and that I'd come and give Bradley a hug and kiss goodnight when I got done with the call, and he came over here anyways.
Oh.
So.
Well, we have no problem. You know, it's like I told you on the freaking email. You know,
Guys,
life and family, that comes
this is
first.
my son. My son.
Oh, he graduated?
Yeah,
Oh, congratulations!
he graduated in May. Right now he's in college now.
Nice.
Oh,
College.
I thought he graduated from college.
No, high school. High school. He's in college now. My boy's a college man now.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it's only gonna be a matter of time for me.
Hey, I tell you what, darling, it is worth it because you guided your son in the right direction. You and your boyfriend. Hey, you guys are going to do fine. Okay,
Oh, I
you're
know.
going to do fine.
Honestly, I'll tell you what
He's
I'm looking forward to the most when Bradley goes to school next year. I am looking forward to me time. I am so looking forward to
but
having from
the
8:30 in the morning to 3:30
the
in the
one
afternoon.
thing, darling, the one thing that you should be prepared for in case, just in case, if your son decides to come out to you.
If
Be
he wants
prepared
to
for
be
that.
gay, he can be gay. I don't care.
Because most parents would just disown their kids.
Hell no. If my son wants to be a hey, he can be a hey. I don't care. I still love him. He's my son. I'll always love him.
And even from a Christian
my
standpoint, didn't the Bible say, love the sinner but hate the sin? You know, just because you don't necessarily agree with somebody's life choices doesn't mean you hate them and disown them.
My son came out to me a couple years ago. And as a dad, I admit it took me a little while to adjust and let it get through my head. I understand. And ever since, I supported my son 1,000%.
Oh my gosh, I'll tell you this right now. Honestly, if my son comes out to me and says, Mom, I'm gay, I like to cross dress, I'm like, oh my god, let's go shopping.
Because, I mean,
I will straight up do that with my son.
He does his hair purple. I saw him the other day. Yesterday. No, wait. It was 2 days ago. His hair is purple.
Wow.
His hair is purple.
What color? Amethyst purple or light purple?
Dark purple, I think.
Ooh, amethyst purple, that's pretty.
And then he on his Facebook page, he had a picture where his hair is blonde. So blonde it was orange.
That's funny.
My son is the character. I mean, absolute character.
Oh,
All right, so here's a good question. You know, given the restrictions and the ass backwards thinking regarding laws and shit concerning sex, what are some of the things we think should be changed?
Well, bro, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of things that need to be looked at and changed a little bit to a certain degree. I mean, look at cops in schools.
Okay.
They gotta go. They gotta go.
I don't think so. Like, honestly, if it hadn't been for Officer Nakua in my class in high school, I never would have been stopped for committing suicide. Honestly. I mean,
I'm saying cops now these days.
Police brutality. Well, I mean, there's a wide range of laws across the board that need to be changed. But for the sake of argument, where the conversation wound up going, let's just stick to the sexual based laws. Just given the theme that we seem to have gotten on tonight. Given the feminism and the topic that we discussed with the rape of men and women getting away with it, that shit. There's a lot of obscure laws and there's a lot of fine cracks and shit that need to be tuned. Like, what are some of the things that we think need to be changed in regards to that?
I think that child molesters should get neutered.
That's not a bad idea. Like, I hear a lot of people calling for that and a lot of proposition for that.
I think that we should really, not only the pedophiles and stuff like that be neutered, but I think we should focus more on preventing student-teacher relationships.
That's an interesting one. Right there.
The big taboo. The teacher-student sin. The lust.
Like, when it's in college, I don't care. You're consenting adults. It doesn't fucking matter. But
yeah.
When you're in high school, when you're a high school student and you're going after a teacher, or you're a high school teacher, and you're going after a student that's underage, hell no.
What do you think could be done more to stop that? I mean, because people are going to do whatever they want to do, regardless of what provisions you want.
Well, it went from male teachers to now female teachers now.
I've noticed that.
Why? I mean, isn't the teachers not getting enough dick at home? They gotta go with a younger kid?
Well, young guys do got more stamina, I guess. Shit.
Yeah, but see, what I think should be done is I think that we should go back to having female students being taught by a straight female teacher, and then male students being taught by straight, unpedophilic male teachers.
Okay.
It's not a bad idea.
About a form of segregation, dividing up genders, and discriminating against the LGBT community.
No, like have classes. Like, the classes could still be mixed for the students, but the only way to keep the teachers from being tempted by the students is for the teacher to be straight. Or if you have a lesbian teacher, have her teach the males. Have her teach the male students. Or if you have a gay male teacher, have him teach the female. I mean, you can still do that. It's still workable.
What about the idea of having a teacher and an assistant or a teacher's aide in the classroom with the teachers at all times?
Like an adult aide?
Yeah. Two teachers in the same room, one of each gender. Male and female, teacher in the same room.
But then you still have the same problem, where both teachers could end up turning to having a relationship with a male and female student. And they keep the secret together.
Well, you do have that prospect.
Or themselves.
Regardless.
Yeah, or themselves. But, I mean, with the teacher and the teacher's aide, as long as they're both adults, I don't care.
Well,
but when it comes to
here's another problem that you do see with this, is that a lot of what takes place is not necessarily in the classroom. A lot of what's transpired has been a result of social media interactions, teachers looking up their students on Facebook and Twitter and vice versa.
I looked up my choir teacher, and only because she inspired me she told me I should be an opera singer.
Yeah. Well, a lot of other people get inspired below the belt. And let's not mince words. We've all had that one teacher that we wanted to, I know I did.
Not me. I didn't. I never did, but they did. I'm a rare person. I'm a rare specimen.
Yeah, well, there are some people who don't find their teachers attractive, or just never had that one teacher that they were attracted to. I did have that one teacher I was attracted to. She was a fucking hot piece of ass.
See, I had attractive teachers. I had a attractive math teacher. He was very attractive. But I wasn't about to start anything with him. That's just wrong.
Oh yeah, I mean you knew better, but you still were like, hey.
No. He was attractive, that was it. I mean, I didn't feel any kind of stirrings or anything like that for him. He was attractive, that was it.
Well, we also, I mean, a catch-22, guys. I mean, you gotta think too. Maybe it's not, well, it's too, but also, I think the students too. They also play a part in this too. They also,
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever heard that song, Please Don't Stand So Close to Me by the Police?
Yeah.
It's an old song. It's about a teacher who was teaching a classroom full of girls, and one of the girls has a thing for the teacher and wants to yin yang.
Yeah. I know it.
See, like I said, I never had any feelings like that towards any of my male teachers. Never. I mean, I had male teachers that I wanted to kill.
Oh, we all had that.
We all had teachers we wanted either want to kill or want to fuck. Either way, hey, it counts.
Yeah. I think, maybe having an adult teacher's aide in the classroom might help a little bit as far as the out-of-school activity goes. I think, and the act itself, I think maybe the kids need to be held responsible to a degree. They shouldn't just be allowed to slide and play the part of the victim, because let's face facts.
There has to be a responsibility on both sides.
Yeah, I mean, they're at the age of accountability. They know what they're doing. They may not understand it fully like an adult would. And maybe, you can argue the whole, well, the teacher took advantage of them kind of shit. Okay, you can argue all that shit to a point, but to a point,
see, there are some teachers.
It takes two to tango. It was not like they were being pinned down and forced to have sex. It was two consenting parties, yes, one of which was a minor. So I think maybe there should be some level of repercussions for the underage party, just to get it through people's heads, like, hey, this is not okay. I mean, I'm sure there's a score of people who's going to disagree with me. I'm going to get a lot of shit for this. It's just my opinion. And it'll probably never happen, but it's just my opinion. I think maybe
I agree. I think the underage party should be sent to juvenile hall. I really do. I believe that.
Yeah, it's just like one of those things, like a night in juvie kind of thing.
No, more like maybe a month or two.
Maybe.
Well, it depends on how many times. Like, how many times did the minor sleep with the teacher?
Yeah, that's
like
maybe.
Like maybe I don't know, maybe a week for each time. That may be too extreme.
I don't know. I'm thinking like a scared straight kind of thing.
That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, another thing I would like to see changed in the world of sex crimes is I would like to see mandatory jail sentences, if not prison sentences, for individuals who claim rape that never happened when they weren't raped. Like if somebody claims rape and they weren't legitimately raped.
Oh, that already happens.
I know. I want to see prison sentences for that.
There's a couple of cases. I don't remember the name. I don't remember names or details. I just know that there's a couple of cases that actually the person who the rape claiming party was sentenced to jail because rape was never committed, and it's not as extreme as it should be. Because if you accuse someone of rape and they really didn't rape you, that ruins their life. It
Yeah.
really does.
Yeah.
But and when you get called out on the fact that it wasn't rape at all, that brands you for life as well.
Yeah.
But it's unacceptable regardless if you're gonna claim rape and no one raped you. That's just
Yeah.
wrong. I mean, me being a rape victim, it was years before I was able to listen to the song that was playing when that happened. Tin Man, you already know this.
Yeah. Does
And
not need to be repeated.
and it's just it was hard. It was really hard. I finally got over it, and no, I didn't file charges because I knew I was able to handle it. And that's not saying that other people are weak and they can't handle it. No. It's just I knew I was strong enough to handle it, and that's why I didn't do anything because I didn't want to ruin his life. I knew he was going to ruin it on his own because he was already hardcore into drugs.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to make it worse.
You just
And
decided to
that's
let
just
him fall on his own sword.
yeah, exactly. He already had his sword facing towards him. I wasn't going to push him onto it.
Okay.
So and he did. He's in jail indefinitely now because he ended up getting put in jail for grand theft and also for drugs and distributing drugs. And it was grand theft, robbery, distributing drugs, and in possession of drugs. So yeah,
Happy birthday.
he
Fuck.
right. He plunged that sword deep into his body. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we covered the statutory rape teacher thing. We covered, false claims in regards to rape. Uh, is there anything else that needs to be changed in the world of sex laws?
There's quite a few.
Yeah.
I mean, there's quite a few that need to be changed, and right now I can't even name one of them off right now.
Uh,
I think that they should change the fact. I think they should allow gay and lesbians to adopt and have artificial insemination if needed or if wanted. I really think they should allow
isn't
it.
that already an option available to a lot of the LGBT community?
Marriage is a big thing. Like a lot of states don't allow gay marriages.
Well, Tennessee I know does. California does. I don't know what state doesn't allow it because I believe it's a federal mandate thing now. In fact, my landlords are a lesbian couple. Cool motherfuckers. Ain't got no qualms against them.
Hmm. I don't know if it's legal here in Nebraska or not, but
I
I
believe
haven't
I
seen.
believe it's a nationwide thing. I'm not 100% on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. You have gay
Oh,
rights across the board on that. That's a good
I don't
question.
know.
What
It
about?
is legal. It is legal, and I'll
Okay,
say
so
this.
it is legal in all states. Okay, what
Yeah.
about your? We've had this discussion a few times in the past, and it's come up a few times. I've seen in various feeds. Certain legislators and politicians have been caught in incestuous relationships and are now pushing for the legalization of consensual adult incest. Do you guys think
That
that'll be something that's going to be the next gay
it's
rights thing?
no, it's a crime, dude. It's a crime. It's still rape, dude. I mean, shit.
Well, I don't think it's rape. I just think it's
Well, we're
wrong.
talking we're talking two consenting adults having sex.
That are brother and sister, and no, that's
No,
no.
that's gross, man.
What I heard is it was like two congresswomen or something like that had sex with their sons or some shit. It might have just been a fucking bullshit meme that I saw floating around. I'm not sure. I hadn't read any news articles or anything on it, but it was said that they had come out about having these relationships and wanted to push for the legalization of consensual incest.
See, I'm on the fence about that because are there are more points to it being okay, but then other there's other people that have a good argument saying that it's wrong.
Well, the only two arguments that I could
I
think of
don't
in
know.
regards to it being, and I'm sorry to cut you off, the only two arguments I could think of to it being wrong are one, the biblical religious context. You know, religion says it's bad, regardless of whether you're Muslim, Christian, whatever. And the argument that inbreeding causes retardation, but yet two people who suffer some form of physical or mental disability can procreate, and that's okay. That's going to be argued that that's a double standard.
Well, for me, my argument on it being wrong is not biblical or the mental retardation. It's just I just can't get past the fact that some people want to sleep with their siblings. I don't know why someone would want to.
Well, it's not necessarily your cup of tea any more than it is for a lot of people.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's just, it's more of the, I don't understand it. Like, yeah, I understand if you find your sibling attractive. Okay, cool, they're attractive. But having a sexual attraction to your sibling, I don't know how someone could have a sexual attraction to their sibling or their child.
Well, that's like a straight person trying to understand the attraction between same sexes. That'd be like me trying to wrap my mind around being attracted to another dude. It's like I could never fathom myself being attracted to another dude or sucking a dude off or fucking a dude up the ass or getting fucked in the ass. I can't fathom those dynamics. I can't fathom it. I can't wrap my mind around it because that's not who I am.
It's not that for me. Honestly, I can understand how a man can find another man attractive, how a woman can find another woman attractive. Heck, I was attracted to my friend Eva, Eva in high school. And yeah, I dated her. I dated my friend Janine. I dated my friend Danielle. Well, not really dated. We just kind of messed around a little bit. But, it was just...
And I missed all this fun shit!
I can understand all that. But I can't understand why someone would have a sexual or physical attraction to their immediate family member. Like if it's a second or third cousin, I can understand it. I mean, the bloodline's so diluted, it's ridiculous. But
unless it's porn or you live in the South.
Well, I mean,
even in the South, dude, statistically, regardless of where you are in the world, these things do happen. I mean, what was it we talked about a few roundtables back that Utah had one of the highest statistical search ratios for incest porn?
I don't know, but
fucking Utah, man.
Right? Fucking Mormons.
Good little Mormons ain't so good now, are they?
Nope.
They got a dark side under them garments.
But see, shit. The main reason why incest was, I guess, started was back in the 16 to 1800s, where they wanted to keep the bloodlines pure.
Well, that dated back all the way back to prehistoric times. Ever since humanity's been a factor, is royalties have considered inbreeding for the purity of the bloodlines. You know, that dates back to ancient Egypt and Greece. Ancient
Yeah, I know.
Greece, ancient Rome.
Look at uh look at Tutankhamun and Nefertiti. Um,
Yeah, didn't Cleopatra fuck her own brothers or some shit?
yeah,
Yeah,
but she did
yeah.
that to kill them.
His
She
mom
did
and
it so
dad
that she
were
could kill
his
Yeah.
mom and dad
But she
were
fucked everything, so.
significant too.
But Tutankhamun actually, he really was in love with his sister, and so he married her. And they started to have kids. As a matter of fact, there were three. Was it two? Yeah, it was three prematurely born infant mummies found in Tutankhamun's tomb that just came to light. I think it was like that they ended up, they were going through everything that was in his tomb, and there was three uh, small sarcophaguses that they thought were originally cats, but it turned out that they were actually babies. They were premature babies that Nefertiti had, or yeah, premature babies that were stillborns that Nefertiti had um, with Tutankhamun, and King Tut wanted to keep his children close to him as well as his wife. Well, unfortunately for Nefertiti, her body got lost, but the children were buried with their father,
Yeah.
and they found these out. They did the DNA test and stuff like that. I mean, obviously it wasn't 100% complete and a 100% match because, well, it's been broken down and everything.
Yeah,
But they did
diluted
have
over the
children.
centuries.
And see, the DNA did not show any signs of any kind of uh, problems like retardation and stuff like that. There was nothing there. It was just the fact that they were premature and stillborn
Yeah,
for whatever reason.
I believe that the statistical probability of any physical or mental disabilities occurring as a result of close family inbreeding is actually relatively low.
Yeah, it's low, but
In
I
fact, you
just
have
I
a
don't.
higher ratio of having a disabled child as a result of hooking up with a disabled person, even if you are completely 100% quote normal. The
Mm,
statistical probability of producing a physically or mentally disabled offspring is legitimately higher than if you were to knock boots with a close
mm,
relative in that regard.
yeah,
So
yeah,
the
exactly. But
arguments
it's just.
there are getting fairly debunked. And
Mm,
no, as
well,
far
for
as
me,
religious context is going, nobody's really regarding that much as far as law in these regards, or
well, if
else
you
we wouldn't have had Prop 8 and the legalization of gay marriage and all that
well,
shit.
we'll see with the religious thing as far as incest is concerned, they religions can't say anything against it because of the fact that this is what makes their argument null and void, which is Adam and Eve were technically brother and sister.
Yep, and they all had to inbreed with each other for several generations
Exactly.
until there was a
Before there was
legitimate human
enough.
population. And even after the fact, Noah and his family,
Mhm.
Noah's sons and their wives, they all had to inbreed for several
Mhm.
generations to rebuild the population. So we have two accounts of
Exactly.
inbreeding as a
Of
result to populate the planet.
exactly, and so they can't say anything against it honestly because there are two stories by God's words that are counts of inbreeding of
I can think
incest.
of the third one. I forget who it was, but they were all. It was this guy and his three daughters. He got drunk, and each night his daughters freaking rode him, trying to get fucking pregnant by their dad. Like he drank, he'd pass out, and one of his daughters would go in and
Wasn't
jump his
that
bones,
Saul?
and then, huh?
Wasn't that Saul?
King Saul. I don't think so. I think that it was before him. I forget
Well,
who it
Saul
was.
wasn't a king. It was Solomon. Solomon was a king, but Saul was one of the prophets.
Saul was the king of Israel who tried to kill David because David was God's anointed, chosen king, and
Yeah.
Saul didn't want to give up the throne. That's where
Yeah,
Saul
and Saul
comes
was
into play.
put, and that was when he ended up getting put into the lion's den. David was put in the lion's den with Rakshak and Abednego.
Yeah, we all know the stories, the back and forth between David and Saul. But no, I don't believe this was Saul.
It wasn't Abraham.
It might have been Abraham. It
Anyways, there's okay. So there's three,
yeah
what we can remember, three cases of incest in the Bible.
yeah, and
Okay.
the only mention of it being outlawed is mentioned in, I believe, uh, either Exodus or Leviticus. I'm not
One of
sure
the two.
which. Probably
But the point
both.
is that the religious people cannot say anything against it because in their own religion, in their own books, there are three cases of incest. So they need to shut their mouths. Um, but in my personal opinion, I really can't understand, or I don't understand how someone could find a family member, an immediate family member, attractive. Or sexually attractive. Sorry. I mean, my brother's attractive, and I try to set him up with all of my female friends because I want him to be happy. But
You
I
ain't
just,
about trying to jump his bones.
yeah, I'm not about to do that. That's just, I mean, it's the same thing with my sister. My sister's a very attractive young lady, but I'm not about to try and scissor her to death. Just,
Yeah, I really don't need that image in my
or
head. Thank you.
yeah, or my second cousin. My second cousin, no, third cousins, TJ and TJ and CJ. They're attractive. CJ is in jail, and TJ became a cop. But they're attractive. Not about to jump them.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know.
I don't know. Do you, well, as far as like a legal standpoint, do you think that's something that should be brought to the table as far as a proposed legislation to legalize it and let the people decide for themselves?
I'm not one to suggest anything like that. Honestly, I'm not about to suggest yes or no on that. But I will tell you this: that if it ever does get legalized, I'm leaving the damn country and I'm going to fucking Ireland. Bye.
I'm going to Scotland where there's plenty of beer.
That's Ireland.
And where they can
And,
invent a sport like golf.
and Scotland. And Scotland.
Yeah, Ireland and Scotland, yeah. Um,
Vodka!
we'll go get drunk and say, I am ashamed to be American. I want to be Irish or Scottish.
Go drinking with a Scotsman. Because you can't understand him before.
Exactly. But, see, well, I'd be Irish, but yeah, anywho. Or I'd go to Britain. I love tea already. I love tea and crumpets, tea and cakes. I love it. I'll go to Britain.
I love beer and breasts.
Go to Scotland or
Word!
Ireland. But yeah,
They
I
can
mean,
get so
if it ever
drunk they
does
can wear a
get,
skirt and not care.
honestly, if it ever does get legalized, I'm leaving. I'm taking my son, and if my boyfriend follows Sophia, I am leaving the country if it gets legalized because I don't want to be around for that stuff. I really don't because my personal opinion, it disgusts me.
And what if it
I mean,
becomes a global epidemic?
then I'm going to shoot myself and my son. I will kill my son and myself. I
Ah, it
will
was a
not.
little darker than I expected.
I will
Do,
not.
do
I will not live in a world like that.
you know what really pisses me off about people? Okay.
Waffles?
If no, well that well not that well I do, but whatever.
Blue waffles?
if say like you're in a relationship where someone's like Ibn Harris says that if I ever catch you cheating, I'm gonna kill you, myself, and the kids.
Why make the kids suffer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why kill the kids for someone else cheating? That's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Well,
Like if my boyfriend was to cheat on me, I'm not gonna kill him and my son. That's just stupid. I love my son very much. I'm not gonna kill him.
no, I know exactly what's going to happen. Ring, ring. Hello? Hey, Chris, can I come live with you?
No, I'd probably torture my boyfriend first, and then I'd be like, okay, deal with that for the rest of your life. Bye.
Hey,
But
Chris, I'm moving in with you. Me and my son are moving in, and you're getting raped.
and my kitty's coming with. This
And-
pretty kitty right here.
That one ain't going to sleep on my head.
Actually, she will. and my puppy.
I don't mind. I remember Kiara freaking always sleeping right above my fucking head. It's like, what the fuck? Why are you going to sleep on my
Oh
head?
yeah. Speaking of Kiara, the last I saw of her, she was fat and she was an outdoor cat and she was hunting in order to eat.
Not surprised, given the people that she got left with.
Right. I didn't mean to.
Did you know that Australia has the most cats in the world?
Really?
I did
Yeah.
not know that. I would have figured it would have been like Egypt,
Baby girl.
considering like they're so big on cats.
Because the cats are killing. They're killing little, like, rodents and shit.
Well,
I
that's
know
what
there's
their job is.
a
They're
huge
supposed to
rodent
kill rodents.
and marsupial population out there. Yeah, I have this one cat that likes to hang out on my front porch. It's a big gray cat. I call him Porch Monkey because he just hangs out on my porch. Like I got a fairly big front porch, and he just likes to hang out on the front porch. And he's tried to get in the house a few times, so I just call him Porch Monkey. And I won't let him in the house because he's actually the neighbor's cat.
Mm-hmm.
So I won't let him in.
My son's grandmother gave me a cat for a wedding present one year.
Oh my.
And it was a gray and white tabby, kind of cool dude, named Tequila.
Nice.
And
Your first name
and
wasn't
this-
Tila, right?
This,
Ow!
the
First
cat.
name wasn't Tequila, was it?
Yeah.
Tila. It wasn't Tila
cat-
Tequila, was it?
Ow!
No. I'm more better version of Tequila.
Ow!
Word.
This cat would follow me everywhere I go. I could go down the street to pick up my brother-in-law, and he'll fall back.
Nice.
And he'll sit on the roof. I'll be talking to him, and he'll just sit there, like he's listening and shit. Like he's responding.
Yeah,
And-
cats can do that.
Yep, they'll do
And
that.
I was smoking a joint with my brother-in-law, and guys just sitting there like. The cool cat, man. I tell you. Funny as shit, though. My son had a dog that passed away this year. Max, poor guy. This dog would eat fucking fireworks, man. This dog
Oh,
is
shit.
I mean, for a Chihuahua Pit Bull mix, this dog was.
How does that work?
Well,
I'm sure the way I'm figuring it, the Chihuahua mounted the Pit Bull.
yes.
Because if it were the
Okay.
other way around, there wouldn't be a Chihuahua.
It looked like
Because
a
the dog's
Chihuahua
dick
on
would have ripped the poor
steroids.
Chihuahua to pieces. And if the Chihuahua managed to survive that, giving birth, the big dog expanding in its stomach would have had the little dog go kaboom. It would have exploded.
The paws were massive. Okay, check this out, okay? Him and dude would run, right? They'll run. And you could hear Max's feet hit the ground from a distance. Pop, 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 pop. I mean, yeah, from distance. And dude, he was a pup at the time. Would keep up with Bex. I mean, holy crap! These would race and Max was like, bum, 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 bum. That dog was badass, man.
That's the crazy shit.
Fucker ate fireworks. Man, I tell you what, that dog was funny as shit.
I had a dog named Chantilly. I loved that dog so much. She was a Russian Greyhound, Alaskan Malamute, Alaskan Husky, Lab, and Wolf mix. She was huge, but so loving, and she was the most amazing dog ever.
My son's mom before he got married, she had a chow and coyote mix.
Nice.
Whoa. I'm guessing the chow mounted the coyote?
I think so.
That's
yeah, I mean,
scary.
That's the crazy shit.
The tail was fluffy. Ginger looked like a fox.
Oh.
Beautiful dog. I mean, real beautiful dog.
That'd be like if a skunk mated with a cat. That'd be like really bizarre. Is that even possible?
Got a question.
My mind's going Looney Tunes right here.
Tin Man. Brother, I got a question to ask you. What do you call a cat with gas?
A catastrophe?
A pussy fart.
Nice. That's good. I got one for you. I saw a video. It was sent to me a couple months back of a dog knotted with a cat. A cat.
That's you, dude. That's you, man.
A dog.
That's you, man.
A little dog fucked a cat and knotted with the cat. The cat's going fucking crazy because it can't get loose from the dog. It got fucked from the dog. And the cat's trying to get away, and it's like getting off his arm, like, and it can't get away because the dog's knotted in it.
That's like my dog fucking my cousin's daughter's cat.
Yeah, and the only thing I can think of, I'm like, so this is where cat dog came from. That's the only thing I can think of.
My dog was fucking everything. From a cat, a pillow, a truck tire. Holy shit.
Well, I've seen the bunny fucking the Eeyore toy. I've seen the turtle fucking the ball.
Fell over and shit.
Yeah, I've seen the turtle fucking the ball. What else have we seen? Shit. I've seen the little dog give himself a blowjob.
They all do that. You too.
No, he was like standing up and just his hips were going a mile a minute. He was fucking his face. It was funny as hell, dude.
There's a video of a dog fucking a pole.
I don't doubt that.
He's down there. What the pole is he doing? Like, what the hell is he? What the hell?
I can't wait to get my dog back.
I'm like, what the was this coming to? I'm like, what the hell?
My dog Pringles, he's old enough to have those urges, but he doesn't do it. He will not do it. It's like he doesn't allow himself to. He's a Jack Russell Terrier, an Australian Terrier, Chihuahua, and Shih Tzu mix, but he won't allow himself to do it.
That's crazy. My folks had a English Bull Terrier. That dog will be humping air.
Oh, I've seen that happen a few times.
I mean, he'd be walking and all of a sudden humping air and shit. Like, what the fuck is he doing?
When my sister was a preteen, she had a German Shepherd. And when it was a puppy, she would let the dog sleep in her room. And when it was a puppy and started to come into age, it would start humping her face while she's sleeping. And like she'd come out all pissed off and shit. She'd be yelling. And We'd be like, what the fuck's going on? She'd be like, Grizzly was up in my face. And we'd all just lose our shit. She's like, it's not funny. I'm like, oh, yes, it is.
Oh, man.
That shit is fucking comedy.
Shit, man. Shit. Okay, insane.
Well, we didn't get all dressed up for nothing. What the hell am I talking about? I didn't get dressed up for shit. I'm freaking wearing black pants and a Power Rangers t-shirt. Hey, I like my Power Rangers t-shirt. Damn it.
Not bad, man. Not bad.
Oh, by the way, me and Destiny will probably never live together again. I bought the Paranormal Activity collection, which she would never ever allow in her house.
Shit.
Yeah, I've got all 6 of them, dude. Picked them up on a Black Friday deal for like $9.
I'm glad I don't shop on Black Friday. I always do it a week after.
I went in the afternoon. I didn't get up in the morning and go down there. Fuck no, it's too damn cold.
See, for me, for Black Friday, when I was out in California, what I would love to do is when I lived down the street from Walmart, I loved going. It was a super Walmart, so it had a food section. I loved going into the food section, right in the fresh, the vegetables and fruits and stuff like that, and I'd sit and I would watch all the chaos unfold, and I would laugh. I would literally point and laugh at the people who got knocked over or punched or hit. I would laugh at them. And they were so busy with trying to fight back to the person to get to that stupid whatever for the price that it was about 2 months before.
Yep.
That they didn't even take notice to me laughing at them.
Damn.
It was crazy. Like at the Super Walmart in California, in Hemet, California, the employees, they would straight up put stacks of stuff that was on sale, and they just put a price tag on it and let everyone else open it up for them.
Damn.
It was hilarious.
Oh yeah,
and
that's the way it was. Say so, I don't want more too.
Watching all this unfold and happen right in front of my eyes was so funny. It was better than Comedy Central. It really was.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
That's why I never go to the stores on Black Fridays in the mornings. I'll go in the afternoon. I'll get a few things, like if they got the DVD section out there, I'm like, okay, let's see if there's anything good. If not, oh well. Because I could go on eBay and get most fucking movies that I'd want for like $3. I am not worried about a Black Friday deal. I just bought a 32-inch TV for $100 or $120. I'm sorry.
I found the very old Annie movie with Bernadette Peters and Albert Finney.
Oh.
I found that on DVD at Walmart for only $2.
$2? The classic.
Yeah, in the $3 bin or $2 bin.
No, they had a display, a red cardboard display with movies and prices on them.
Huh.
Steven found Assassin's Creed, the new Assassin's Creed, for $6.
Damn.
The movie Assassin's Creed.
Oh man.
Mhm. They have a lot of movies.
That franchise has been out for nearly 10 years.
Yeah, and they just run it into the fucking ground.
Well, the movie is actually really good. You guys should watch it. It's amazing. I can't wait for I'm hoping that they make a second one to it. I really do, because it is phenomenal.
I think that they should follow the plotline of the franchise game.
I think they should too, but the way that they did the movie, like, they didn't follow the plot exactly, but they did follow the main idea of it, and I'm telling you this right now, it is amazing. I mean, It's the same as with Beauty and the Beast, the live action. Same concept, same general storyline, but just twisted a little bit, and a little bit more background put into it. It's the same thing with Assassin's Creed.
But tell you what, if they followed the timeline of the game of the franchise, oh man,
Oh yeah,
that
they
that
followed
would
it.
that would be. Just the timeline itself. I mean, come on, people, make the movie of the franchise, all of them, not just the
Oh yeah,
one. All of them.
they
Yeah, I
followed.
mean, shit.
They followed the time. They did follow the timeline, but the only problem is they stopped the movie. They stopped at when Callum goes and kills Sophia's dad after he gets the
Spoiler.
apple.
Shit.
Yeah, they stopped right there. Sophia ends up saying, "I'll get the apple back for the elders, but Lynch is mine." And the funniest
Shit.
part is that in the vision, you see that she is a reincarnation of one of the assassins.
Wow. You know what I'd like to
Yeah.
see made into a movie?
Hmm.
And I want to see legitimate effort put into it.
What?
The Legend of Zelda.
Duke Nukem.
That would be a good one, but think about it. The Legend of Zelda, if they actually put legitimate effort into it, unlike Super Mario Brothers and
Oh, that
He-Man.
one sucked, dude.
And
That
He-Man.
was that was
I
that
never got the
was
chance
a
to play
90s
Legend of
flop.
Zelda.
Yeah. But imagine if they put legitimate effort into making a Zelda movie. Think about it.
I never got to play Legend of Zelda. I never got the chance. I got to play Sonic a
Who
lot.
didn't get to play Sonic? Have you seen
I got to
Sonic
play
for
Duck
Hire?
Hunt. Mm-mm.
Oh, I'm going to send you Sonic for Hire. Oh my god.
Um,
That is
You
so
want
fucking
to know
bad.
why he goes fast?
Huh?
You want to know why?
sure.
You want to know why he goes fast? This is honest God
Why?
truth. He saw an ugly woman.
Saw Robotnik's wife naked, fresh out of the shower.
No, the actual truth is,
And that's why
Sonic,
Robotnik keeps trying to hunt him down because he thinks Sonic was trying to bone his wife. He thinks they were having an affair.
Sonic saw the bush of Hillary Clinton, and that's why he runs fast.
Ah!
You know a game that I really like to be seen made into a movie, but
Donkey Kong.
following the
Donkey
game.
Kong.
No,
Donkey
no.
Kong.
But following the game is Mortal Kombat. In the movies that they made, they are awesome, yes, but they don't follow the game. I would like to see a
First
legitimate
one did
Mortal
to a
Kombat
point,
movie.
but
They
second one
they
fucked it up.
I mean, yeah,
they made a lot of them, but they're all they're all family films.
yeah. And I would really like to see a live action Mortal Kombat follow the game. I really would. That would be an amazing thing to see.
I think they should do the one of the current new game of where it's new generation that's out to come out.
I don't know. I haven't played it yet.
I have. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good, dude. I'm just like
I might
freaking.
get it.
It's a good game, man.
Oh, they are rebooting the old Mortal Kombat movie though.
What?
So there is actually going to be a reboot.
Yeah, they're rebooting it.
Every reboot they did, they fucked it up.
Yeah.
Well, not every reboot. I mean, a lot of movies that have been rebooted, like Beauty and the Beast. Well, that's the only one I can think of that actually is good.
Dividends
Because
Dallas.
Pete's Dragon. Well, Pete's Dragon sucked. I watched Pete's Dragon.
I haven't
don't know
seen
what you
Pete's
were talking
Dragon
about.
yet. Do not ruin it for me. I have not seen Pete's Dragon yet.
You don't want to see it, trust me.
Oh, I've seen the classic. I love the
I
classic.
like the classic, but the new version sucks ass. They didn't follow the storyline. Sorry, spoiler alert. They
Okay, well,
didn't follow the original. They made a whole new storyline. It sucks.
I hear
The
that's
one
what they're
thing
doing with Little Mermaid as well.
I hate it when they do reboots or remakes. They change some or most of the old film. It
Oh
pisses
no,
me off.
With Pete's Dragon, they changed the whole thing, the entire thing.
Really?
Yes, they changed with the new live action version. They changed all of it. It doesn't even have the same. It doesn't have the same songs. It doesn't have the Gogans. It doesn't have the Lighthouse. It doesn't have Lampy. It doesn't have any of them.
Huh.
The only ones that are the
I
same is
want
his name
to
and the dragon. That's
see
it.
a reboot of Taxi Driver.
I never
That
saw
could be
that.
interesting.
Robert De Niro.
Oh, that's probably why I haven't seen it.
Yeah, like
My
Friday
parents
the
didn't like
13th, that was a
all
good
of
remake.
Old film. Old film.
And
Ooh, Matilda.
Matilda would make a pretty good remake, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because the original was a really good. I mean, it's a classic. You can't fuck with that
Well,
shit.
it's the same thing with Mrs. Doubtfire. You can't reboot Mrs. Doubtfire.
No, because
No.
Ron Williams, guy. I mean, he's a legend at.
Well, unless they get that guy that I shared the video of on Facebook to you guys, unless they get him, if they get him, then they can redo it. But if they don't get him, I don't want to watch it.
Well, I know they're making a new Jumanji.
Yeah, with The Rock.
That's going to be an interesting concept.
It seems every movie he went on to, well, except for Fast and Furious, he had turned to shit.
Well, the Scorpion King was okay. But it should have been left at that.
That was when he first started acting.
I watched it because of the chick.
I watched Scorpion King because of The Rock, and I will say this much: he was attractive as all get out of that. But
I watched it because of Kelly Who. Oh.
But The Rock, with the Scorpion King, that was his starting point in acting. Then he went on to the Tooth Fairy. Then he went on to Tooth Fairy 2. Then he ended up going on to some other things, and then he started becoming a voice actor. And in Moana, he actually sings those numbers. It's no one else. It's him. He sings, and that is awesome.
Yeah, he's
He
getting out of his comfort zone.
He does not.
He blows.
He's really good.
Well, I know he's a really good singer. Like, he used to sing a lot on when he was in
He's a good
WWE.
actor, too. I mean, he's not as good as Brandon Fraser, but he's still a good actor.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to knock the guy's acting ability or his wrestling ability.
Tom Cruise ruined the Mummy franchise.
Yep! No argument there!
That one.
Don't bother. It's not worth it.
It ain't worth it. Stick with the original Mummy. Brendan Fraser made it look good.
Because it was good with Brendan Fraser.
Well, the original...
And Brendan Fraser's movie.
Rachel Weisz is still hot.
She did the movie with Tom Cruise?
No, Brendan Fraser.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, if she did it with Tom Cruise, I don't like her no more. She's a freaking traitor.
This was a completely different story and a completely different time
story.
And a completely different location. And it tried to be the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, is what it tried to do.
That's stupid.
They can't, I mean,
I was following it. Spoiler alert, I was following it up until Dr. Jekyll came into it. It's like, why the fuck did you need to do that?
Why was Dr. Jekyll in The Mummy? It's two completely different storylines.
Secret society of protectors trying to eliminate evil from the world.
That's stupid. Oh my god, they're idiots.
And Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde are part of this organization.
I think what they're doing is they're taking parts of each movie, like The Mummy, let's see,
The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
That one, and Van Helsing, throwing it into The Mummy. Fucking
See, I didn't even like it. See, I understand why Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde were in I understand that. But why the hell would Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde be in a mummy movie which is based in Egypt? Why? When England is clear across the sea.
They took the sarcophagus to London, and the plane crashed.
It doesn't crash in England. The mummy, the sarcophagus is supposed to go to the London
See,
Museum of Natural History.
this is why they fucked it up.
Yeah, there was a lot of fucked up
And,
shit. It had to do with a
of
lot of secret society shit, the Knights Templar, and all that kind of shit. They
The
tried to
Templars are
incorporate the
idiots.
Mummy with the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen and the Da Vinci Code.
I would bet my bottom dollar that the Church of Scientology made the movie.
I'll tell you this right now. As long
I'll
as
go
they
look.
don't
Let's go see.
remake, as long as they don't remake Constantine, I'm good. They had better leave that movie alone.
The one I like with Keanu Reeves is let's see,
Please don't say The Matrix. Everyone says The Matrix.
that.
See, who was the movie behind?
Universal
Pictures produced this movie.
If you really understand the movie of Matrix and really sit down and watch it, really, it makes so much sense on the matter.
Oh yeah, I agree. It makes a lot of sense. It's just everybody likes The Matrix.
I like it because it gives you a more bigger picture of like, do you take the blue pill or the red pill?
It doesn't say anything about Scientology on here. It's actually produced by Universal.
Okay, because they produced Battlefield Earth, which really sucked. Sucks nuts.
Wait, why does he have tattoos on his face?
That's her.
That's her.
That's her.
Tom Cruise. Mummy chick
And
with like
mummy?
weird demonic eye things. Like if you look really close, like she's got two.
She's supposed to be the mummy.
Yeah.
That's stupid. At least with
There's
the
your Dr.
Mummy,
Jekyll.
They actually stuck to history.
There's your Dr. Jekyll.
Oh, no, not him.
Russell Crowe.
Him. Oh, I hate Russell Crowe.
He was good in
He's good in Western movies, but not anything else.
The Gladiator and The Beautiful Mind.
Yeah, Beautiful Mind was a good movie.
The Beautiful Mind was a damn good movie, darling. It's a good movie.
I never saw it. I saw.
Check it out. Check it out. It's a good movie, darling. It's a really good movie.
Well, Russell Crowe was in one of the really good Western movies that I thought was really good. It had
30 Minutes to Yuma.
Yeah.
Yes,
I know one that Genevieve does want to see.
What? Oh, I already have it. I've already seen it.
I got them all now. This is the only one that I have on Blu-ray, though.
I like At World's End.
At World's End was good.
At World's End is my favorite movie right there.
I like this one. I like the way they introduced Captain Jack in this one. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Let me think about it for a second. I brought me the bank! Like you had to fucking think about it. Open fire! But that's your wife in there, Governor! Open fire!
But yeah, the 30 Minutes to Yuma, that one was really good. 310 to Yuma. 310 to Yuma.
310 to Yuma, right?
I like that. Yeah. I really like that one.
I got it.
My dad has the version that I've watched, or the DVD that I've watched, has the movie that I watched, but no, I don't know. Russell Crowe does okay in some like non-Western movies. Like he was in one recently.
Genevieve ain't even looking.
I don't remember what one.
Compass.
I like a Krampus. I want Krampus to eat children. I think that's a better
Trust me.
story to teach your children than Santa Claus. Be good, or a big scary monster is going to come and eat you.
If I did that, my son would never sleep, and he would constantly bug me to sleep in the bed with me. No, thank you.
Go to your bed, or Krampus will eat you.
And that means no nookie, no happy endings.
Exactly.
Well, like I said, be good, or Krampus will eat you. I'll be like, well, you better get your ass back to bed, because you're being bad right now. Krampus is going to come and eat you.
Now, there is one movie that I really want Bradley to watch, and that's Critters. I have not been able to find Critters.
The classic?
Yes.
Look it up on eBay.
I've tried. It's not there.
It's funny, dude.
It is. I like when they start cussing at the lady.
All right, I'm gonna look it up right now. I'm gonna fucking look it up right now.
The part I like
better not get like a fucking copyright strike.
Is where the lady fires her gun at one of them, and one goes, "Oh shit!" and runs.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look.
She's got a fire stick. Wait, is it fire stick or is it cannon? Does he call it a fire stick or cannon?
It's a gun.
Yeah, I know, but do the critters call it a fire stick or a cannon?
I don't remember. But all I know is they say, "Oh shit," and ran.
Yeah, they go, "Holy shit!" And then they start calling her a bitch and stuff like that. That's hilarious. Like I think I only got into the middle of the beginning of the movie, and then I had to go home because my dad told me that I had to go home. I was like, "No, I want to watch this. It's funny." He goes, "No, you're gonna have nightmares." I never, not once, had nightmares. It was too funny. They were too cute.
4-film collection, all the first 4 Critter movies, for $11.69 on eBay. I don't know why they put Happy Feet on there. That has nothing to do with Critters. But yeah, I'm finding Critters all over the fucking place on eBay. The cheapest I found it was $4.99 plus $2.77 shipping and handling.
The one movie I wish they do a remake, but do it right and stick to the original. Christine.
Ooh, yeah.
That'd be
a good one.
The A-Team sucked.
Oh yeah.
I've seen the movie. Got the van.
Jeez.
See, I've never watched that movie. I've never been allowed to watch it.
The A-Team? Oh, man, it's okay. It's okay, but it sucked. I mean, it literally sucked. I mean,
All right, here's a little trivia for you. This will fuck with you. What is the actual name of the theme song to MASH?
I don't know. My dad, like I said, my dad never allowed me to watch MASH.
Suicide is Painless.
It is not.
Subliminal. It's a subliminal message.
Shit, you not. Look it up.
So it's a subliminal message.
Suicide is painless. It brings on many changes.
It's a subliminal message. What it is.
Yeah, well, what you hear on the show is just the instrumental. But if you hear the lyrics, you're like, what the fuck?
You'll be going apeshit. I'm like, why would they sing this shit for?
Oh yeah, I found that.
That's probably why my dad didn't let me watch it.
He probably recognized that they was probably laughing his ass off, knowing your dad.
No, my dad protected me from a lot of things because of my suicidal thoughts and everything.
Oh, I know that, but him personally, he probably recognized the song. And laughed his ass off.
I also would like to see a remake of Smokey and the Bandit.
Ooh, that's going to be hard to cast. Because Burt Reynolds made that movie.
That's a tough one. That's a tough cookie to break.
The Firebird.
This
beautiful.
This one's from the second movie. And this
one here, the second one wasn't all that great. I like the first one.
And this one from the first film.
I can't see the hood. I want to see the hood. I can't see the hood. Over. Over. No.
There you
There
go.
you go. Yeah, I can see a quarter of it.
There
There
you
you go.
go.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Yay! Hello, pretty one.
They
I love
they
that car.
they had a TV show, but they used a all-wheel drive Dodge Stealth for the car.
Oh, really? Wow.
You know what they really
And
should
it's
do
a
just to
power.
piss
I
people
was like,
off?
what the fuck? They didn't use the fiber or some shit? Why a Dodge? Use a fucking Pontiac, motherfucker. Shit.
You know
Goes
what they need?
faster. Come
You know what they
on.
need to do just to piss people off? They need to make another Dukes of Hazzard series
Ooh, yeah.
with the
Yeah.
General Lee, the whole shebang, just to
Oh, yeah.
piss
And
people
this
off.
time, and this time instead of Jessica Simpson as Daisy, have it be Britney Spears.
No,
Oh,
they,
hell
they
no.
need somebody with
No.
actual talent.
Someone with actual talent. Someone that has
And
some.
still has their body
Natural,
intact.
natural blonde hair too. It has to be natural blonde.
Yep.
Um.
Maybe like
I
a
can't
fresh
think of it.
newcomer or something, would probably be.
Someone who's new, someone who's not been around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that they should use one of the older actresses that wanted the part but didn't get it because of the fact of, or at least an actress that knows the stories and knows the movies by heart. That way, she can actually live up to the
role.
part of Daisy Duke.
Yeah, they need to make a new TV series
I
of Dukes of
say,
Hazzard.
here's one of my good picks. You, Genevieve.
I am not skinny enough to be in freaking cut off Daisy Dukes in a damn tank top. Thank you very much. I have the rack in the ass, but I don't have the waist for it. Thank you. Thank you for thank you for the ego boost, but I don't have the waist, unfortunately.
It would be Bonerville for 2 hours, darling.
It probably would. But unfortunately, I don't have the waist right now.
Hey, we
I'd
should
have
do a
to go on
TWBR calendar, and she should be a feature and do like the whole Daisy Duke thing.
I did when I was dating you.
You did. I just wish I had pictures. Oh, the pictures I had. The pictures I had.
Question: had or still have?
Had. They
Yeah,
were on my old computer that my sister got a hold of, and had my buddy Wade wipe the computer so she could take the hard drive and use it in her own computer.
Ah.
Hence why a lot of those old Tommy Bird episodes are gone, because they were on that hard drive.
But luckily Chris found a couple of them and he sent them to me.
Yeah,
good man.
With you clothed, but unfortunately the good ones, nah.
Hey, I wish I still had that brown shirt. Okay, I really do. I wish I still had it.
Yeah, the brown shirt. I'm talking about the one where there were no clothes involved.
Well,
I think Amy Adams, if she had her hair blonde, would be a pretty good pick for.
Maybe.
All I have to do is just strip my hair. Honestly, all I have to do is just strip my hair. That's it.
You should do it.
I mean, Amy Adams is a pretty good actress. I mean, if she had her hair dyed blonde and.
I will put together a TWBR calendar, and I would like to maybe have Genevieve as one of the models, and have her do like a Daisy Duke thing.
Honestly, I'll tell you this right now. I reactivated my other Facebook page, my original one. I reactivated that. So if you really want to see what I look like with blonde hair and skinny before my son, go on to that one and you can look at the album called Model Pictures, and you'll see what I used to look like.
Who's your dirty uncle now?
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?
Oh gosh.
And I hate myself.
No, I don't hate myself. I just know that.
No, not that. Like, in GTA 5, there's a character named Trevor Phillips. He'll fuck a prostitute in the car,
Mhm.
and after he gets done, he says, and I hate myself. or he'll say, who's your dirty uncle now?
Well, my
Oh,
main
believe
thing
me,
is
her and I got real down and dirty many times.
no. My main worry is that people watching this are going to go on to my Facebook and see them.
Hey, you modeled them. You should be proud of them.
I
Hey,
was.
hey, be
Why not
proud.
still be proud of them? That is
Hey,
you.
be
There's
proud of what
nothing to
you've
not be proud
done.
of there.
Darling, be proud of what you've done. You're a very attractive woman.
Well, I'm gonna be eating salads more often now so that I can lose the weight that I gained. Because I got a jello belly. For now. I kind of let myself
Well, if you
go
were
as far
having
as eating
sex on a
out.
regular basis, you wouldn't have that. Just
That's probably why I
saying.
was That's probably why I was
Where's he at?
135 pounds.
Where's it at?
Yeah, because with me, you
That's
were having non-stop sex.
yeah.
Darling, did Tim Man tell you I bought a Smurf?
No
Bought a
Smurfs!
Smurf.
I bought Papa Smurf.
Oh yeah, you showed me it the last time. I saw Papa Smurf. I remember him.
I sent a video to Tin Man. He goes, "No Smurfs! No Smurfs!"
And I was
Oh
at
gosh.
work yelling that shit. I was.
My
Everybody's looking at me
son.
like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You
And
want
I
to know
just
which
looked at him and go,
Smurfs movie?
Smurfs.
You want to know which Smurfs movie my son loves the most?
Uh,
Gotta be the
Smurfs
first
the
one.
Lost Village. Nope.
Dang.
Smurfs the Lost Village.
Damn.
He likes all the girl Smurfs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. When the girl Smurfs come on, he sits his little butt on the couch and he goes, "Mommy, look, Smurfs." I'm like, "Yeah, they're girl Smurfs." He goes, "They're all Smurfettes." I was like, "No, they all have their own names, sweetie."
Well, the reason I got it because since I'm known as the Papa Smurf, because I'm the oldest here, you know.
all
Yeah.
good. It's all
And
good. It's all
because Tin Man
good.
Tin Man gave me a nickname, so it stuck.
Just as long as he doesn't change my name on this chat to Aphrodite, I'm good.
Why would I do that? I already know how I would feel about that.
Just to make me upset.
Why would
Or
I
just
do
to mess with
that?
me. Just
I
to
got
mess
it.
with me.
I got a favorite Muppet. Waka waka waka.
Oh, Fozzie Bear!
He's been my favorite Muppet since I was a kid.
See, my favorite Muppet was always Kermit. I like Kermit. He's so sweet. And
My
go ahead.
my son hates Miss Piggy because he says it reminded me of Zen Becky.
Hey!
I don't like Miss. I hate Miss Piggy because she's selfish, self-absorbed,
Arrogant and a
vicious.
hoe.
Yeah, she
Why do you
is.
think I never married her?
Well, see, the thing is, actually, he did marry her. But
That's a common misconception. There is no paperwork. Prove that shit, bitch.
now when Kermit ends up losing his memory and he ends up hanging out with those business frogs, and Miss Piggy comes up to him and says, "Kermit, we're married." And he goes, "Me marry a pig? Why would I do that? Maybe it's so I can bring home the bacon." I love that part. He bags on her so much. I love
Oh
that.
man.
I love that
Well,
scene.
the question is, how do they fuck?
I don't know.
I don't
What do
want
you-
to know.
What do you do? Tie borders? That's when fall in? What the hell?
I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe Miss Piggy has a drawer full of strap-ons for him? I don't know.
I don't want
Probably
to know.
might need a parachute. Oh,
He
man,
probably
no.
would.
Big up on
Probably
your
would.
keys.
It's full on
Like,
gonna
diving
need-
equipment going
keys.
there, man.
He's gonna need one of those hiking ropes so he doesn't get lost in there.
What a small frog.
Man, I thought you and I had kinky sex. Fuck.
Well, it's a small frog and a huge pig. Come on now. How's that gonna work?
Science always flies in a park.
Mm.
Pig and an
Yeah.
elephant DNA just won't splice.
All right. Well, I gotta go because it's 12:45 and I have a D&D session at 10 a.m. in the morning.
Oh,
Yep.
jeez.
Yeah.
Alright. And I'm drunk off my ass and need to sleep, so. On behalf of Grandmaster Evan, Genevieve, this is the Tin Man with the Resistance. If you're watching this, you are the Resistance.